Smart Child Zone presents Heat and Thermal Energy. An object's temperature tells you how hot or cold the object is. Hotter objects have higher temperatures than colder ones. Think about two objects that have different temperatures. If the objects are touching, heat will flow from the hotter object to the colder object. Now think about two objects that have the same temperature. If the objects are touching, heat will not flow from one object to the other. Two solid blocks are heated to the temperatures shown. The blocks are placed so they touch. Which diagram shows the direction heat will flow? Compare the temperatures of the two blocks. The 330 degrees Fahrenheit block is hotter than the 324 degrees Fahrenheit block. Heat will flow from the hotter block to the colder block. Two solid blocks are heated to the temperatures shown. The blocks are placed so they touch. Which diagram shows the direction heat will flow? Compare the temperatures of the two blocks. The 266 degrees Fahrenheit block is hotter than the 242 degrees Fahrenheit block. Heat will flow from the hotter block to the colder block. Two solid blocks are heated to the temperatures shown. The blocks are placed so they touch. Which diagram shows the direction heat will flow? Compare the temperatures of the two blocks. The 188 degrees Celsius block is hotter than the 168 degrees Celsius block. Heat will flow from the hotter block to the colder block. Even though the two blocks are not lined up, they are still touching. As long as the blocks are touching, heat will flow. Heat will flow from the hotter block to the colder one. When two objects with different temperatures touch, heat will flow from the hotter object to the colder object. The temperature of the hotter object will go down and the temperature of the colder object will go up. Heat continues to flow until both objects reach the same temperature. Once the objects are at the same temperature, heat flow stops. When no heat is flowing, neither object will change temperature. Two identical blocks are heated to different temperatures. The blocks are placed so that they touch, and heat begins to flow between the blocks. The pair of blocks is insulated, so no energy escapes. Later, the temperature of each block is measured again. Which pair of temperatures is possible? The blocks are at different temperatures, so heat will flow between them. To start, block 2 is hotter than block 1. Heat will flow out of block 2 and into block 1. The temperature of block 2 will go down and the temperature of block 1 will go up. But block 2 will never get colder than block 1. You can use process of elimination to rule out the incorrect choices. Look at the first pair of blocks. The temperature of block 2 went down and the temperature of block 1 did not change. So we rule this one out. In the second pair of blocks, the temperature of block 1 went up and the temperature of block 2 went down. Remember, heat will stop flowing when the two blocks reach the same temperature. It is possible to measure a temperature of 66 degrees Celsius for block 1 and 132 degrees Celsius for block 2. This pair of blocks could be the right answer. In the third pair of blocks, the temperature of each block went up. This is not possible, so we rule out. We ruled out all of the answer choices except for the second pair of blocks. So the second pair of blocks must be the correct answer. All solids, liquids, and gases are made of matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles that are always moving. The energy from the motion of these particles is called thermal energy. Temperature measures how hot or cold matter is. If the particles in matter move faster, the temperature goes up. The matter now has both more thermal energy and a higher temperature. Which object has the most thermal energy? All three bananas have the same mass but different temperatures. Since the 34 degrees Celsius banana is the hottest, it has the most thermal energy. For more videos and other useful materials, visit us at www.smartchildzone.com/videos. Register your child and have access to our unlimited number of question and answer exercises. Visit www.smartchildzone.com.